Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. Straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have put in my best with you, this piece of junk. Should have built a deterrent too.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Grays Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble. All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa, looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers. Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been located. It's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight. You're a good pilot, or so I told them. I had to fill an empty spot, so play along. It's still a leash, though.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. Just asking for another round. All escorts roll for another attack. Point is 835. Evading missiles.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Bandit evaded the attack.
Mage 2, walking.
Bandit is in my sights.
Mage 2, missile launch. Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon. That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece.
Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Oh, there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Welcome. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
UAVs. I can't tell them apart.
It's still airborne. Finish it off.
Don't let them destroy the harbor! Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor is under heavy fire!
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload. Breaking.
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Attacking.
Fox 2. Missile launched. Mage 2, locking. Bomber is down.
Target lock. Firing.
One remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
To Golem and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Seawater at Gunther Bay. I am Princess Rosa Cosette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia,
call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. It's a hell of a...
Whoa, looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yusia, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
I'm Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Usian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Usia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advanced element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Page 2, target destroyed.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there! The radar vehicles are under fire!
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Page 2, missile launch. Page 2, walking. In gun range.
The anti-air radar vehicle has been destroyed! We're going for the radar car!
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
It's their range. We're being attacked by enemy aircraft!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle! We're using the containers now. The
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
Those bastards.
That radar was just about to go online. The plan was moving too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory and it's invaded.
Trigger, there's one more to go.
Breaking to escape lock.
Anti-air gun destroyed.
I've got the numbers and the strike.
Locked.
Mage 2, shot down a bandit.
He's mine. He's not getting away.
Missile closing. Check.
Bandit evaded the attack.
They have me spiked.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission.
Get ready to attack.
Crush as many as you can.
Firing. The enemy aircraft away from the base.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Target acquired. Bandit has a lock.
Mage 2, missile away.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback from those war merchants. Write your values in a language we can understand.
That's a miss.
Locked.
Bandit sighted. Break. Watch your six. Missile closing. Check.
All aircraft. Residential area is below you.
Missile, move!
Lead aim over clear ground. Skull 3, get the bailout now.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Have interceptors? They're surrounding us.
Mage 2, missile launch.
Launch 2.
Keep your mind focused.
4 targets remaining.
All transports have been destroyed. But what were they carrying?
That's a miss. Locked on.
Evading enemy missile. God damn it, my brother was in that radar unit.
Mage 2, illegal destroyed.
Column 4, Fox 2.
Mage 2, locked. All right, this base is worth destroying. 3 targets remaining.
How the hell was the enemy able to hit it so accurately? It's camouflaged.
Enemy missile detected.
Mage 2, break that lock.
Launch preparations complete. Only completed. Whenever you're ready. Stand clear 15 meters. UAV is ready to launch. Away.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
Missile
You're saying the war could change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Mage 2, missile away.
Don't try to read their movements.
Got a hostile behind you. Missile coming. Break.
You're low on missiles.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Column Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Column Squadron, surround him. I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds, the ice will melt. Column 2, the enemy's reading you.
I'm icing up.
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Behind target and ready to attack.
Column 1, box 2.
It didn't connect.
Clouds are screwing up the accuracy. Stay sharp while you're in the clouds. The enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase them down and pull the trigger.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. In gun range.
The anti-air radar vehicle's been destroyed. They're going for the radar car.
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
It's an air raid. We're being attacked by enemy aircraft.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there. Protect the radar vehicle. Tactical flexibility.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours. The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position. 100. Trigger, maintain your current approach. 50.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger, time to show the other guys that we can wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. Enemy attack struck me. I'm still okay. Don't let those jerks Grand Circuit, failing out!
It's closing, you better make it!
Enemy on my tail! I can't take him! I'm hit! I lost control! Careful, there's a real demon in there.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Friendly paused.
4 remaining.
We're getting our asses kicked. Where are our reinforcements?
Let's do the humane thing and put it down.
We're surrounded and acquired. Firing. They got me!
3 remaining.
Missile breaking! Attacking from directly behind. Eject!
Neutralize formation in the clouds.
We can't recover. We need reinforcements now! Cardinal Squadron, take them down.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight.
Nice kill.
1 remaining.
Once the enemy gets behind me, that's your chance to take him out.
Roger that.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
Seems to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! Large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert. We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Skykeeper, this is Scout 1.
Bandits are fast as
What about that monster?
We're just waiting for mission command.
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Watch out, we're surrounded!
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
There's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
Break! Now!
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
That thing? God help us. It's hard enough just keeping up with the drones.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird. What's going on?
Those damn things have gotten smarter. How many do you think are left?
Missile evaded.
Box 2.
Go to 1. You got me!
find the situation.
Column 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
This is Column 3, Column 2's hit!
Status report.
Ship, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! Missile!
Golem 2, you got a UAV headed right for you.
Another friendly!
Skeleton 3 is lost.
Just keep coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority. How'd that happen?
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there.
Breaking!
Evade. Controls are out. I'm breaking off.
Skeleton 2 lost.
We got incoming.
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. If they noticed earlier, more of us would have survived to hear it.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Triggered a speed to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Missile headed for friendly. Damn it, I can't break away.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work.
That's it, baby. Come to Poppy.
Missile launched. Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
Yowza.
I'm in his blind spot. He's mine.
Locked. H2, UAV down.
This is closing, you better make it. This is getting a little tight.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Affirmative.
This is Gargoyle 1. Leading Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
One advantage. 1530.
Gargoyle 1. Caution! Missile!
Fast. It's like
Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an Su-30. Ridge wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Force-raised aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Detonate. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared. I'm scared.
This is not good. Brody, break off. Don't think, focus, Nick.
Golem and Mage Squadron, help us!
Get those UAVs off of friends.
Let Golem and Mage Squadron handle it.
Well, one of my sides.
Get your asses out.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Column 2, get away from the enemy!
Page 2! Support!
Missiles.
Somebody! Support!
Missiles.
Bandit is down.
Column 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Does Main Squadron still have their hotshot? Then we just might make it out. Don't look back, just have faith.
Bandit is down.
Column and Mage, we owe you a debt. We'll pay it. Main Squadron, get those things off my ass!
Tied up now. Trigger, can you help him?
Missiles.
A few seconds could mean life or death for them. Hurry up. I know. All we can do is fly away as fast as we can.
The longer it takes, the worse our odds of getting out of here are. Machines don't get tired.
Missile did not connect.
Base 2 is taking on multiple UAVs. He's got them at bay. We owe him one.
You're low on missiles.
Got a lock on me.
Mage 2, move to support. Other aircraft are in trouble.
Stall warning.
Missile launched.
It didn't connect.
All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Column Squadron, Main Squadron, withdraw.
Page 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Runway is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing. Mage 2, lower speed. Mage 2, bank left. One mile to runway. Your approach looks good. Stay on course. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Nicely done, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadron.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Here he comes. He's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Erusia's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Erusia lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusia, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. it's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot who will head up this strategy is you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Are we under attack? No change.
Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you. Making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes.
What's happening? Give us orders.
He ended the war, built a space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger. Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there.
Do we have bandits? Tell me the situation. No problem. Stay alert. No problem. Situation normal. No change. RTB going home.
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone. Fox 2, Fox 2. Missile incoming! H2, target destroyed. Half of the SAM sites are down.
Trigger, sorry about the wait. Can't reach here. Column Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Gargoyle Squadron, stay focused. Y'all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before that. Mage 2, target down.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Half of the anti-air guns down.
This is Sea Goblin. We arrived. Do we have a clear LC?
Mission still in progress. Stand by. Mage 2, rescue team can't land until anti-air weapons are down. Destroy them.
Bandit is in my sights.
All SAM sites down. There are still AA guns. Destroy them and secure the LZ.
Yeah, Mage 2 destroy the target.
Locked. All anti-air guns destroyed. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are cleared to land.
Roger. Running point in sight. We're almost there.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Team level here. Up to be on 2 IVs.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiated.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the Express's location now. Run for the container!
There's too many. We can't take all of them.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Mage 2, locking. Target is in range of guns. Mage 2, missile launch.
Bring down
Pass
missile!
out from exhaust before the enemy wears out.
Mage 2 destroy the target.
Ambush! Fire from the far shore! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper!
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Mage 2, they have a lock on you.
Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position!
Missile.
We're cut off! Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back!
Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up.
Express identified! Behind the gantry crane! Mr. Harley, stay right there! Jacob's been hit! Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive?
They got the chopper and Sierra too! That was thermal barrack!
UAVs moving away from the harbor toward the space elevator. Shoot them down.
Shit! Rocket!
Damn.
Stall warning.
UAV down. UAV confirmed down. That's about half. Mop up the rest.
Missile. Missile.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Hurley. Rescue unit down, along with the soldier who had this radio. I will get Mr. Harley out of here.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out.
This is Scholar 3. Imagine on my 6. They can't get away. We found an Erusian transport craft. His engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force, Colonel. Can you fly?
Better than Mr. Harley.
It'll do. Mage 2, walking. All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Mother Goose 1? That's the best you can come up with.
UAVs flying toward the space elevator. Mage, Gollum, get them. Mage 2, missile launch. In gun range.
Missile. Missile.
Hostile on your tail.
Missile.
The enemy has a lock on you.
Target was not struck.
Enemy's locked.
Missile. 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 Missile.
3 remaining.
Missile. Missile.
have been splashed. All aircraft, former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
All right. Mother Goose 1 taking off. Mr. Harling wants to spend this night for you to play.
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, bogey's on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, forming up. Golem 2, enemy behind. Missile headed for a friendly. Yeah, I'm on his ass.
Roger. Sending long. He's in the transport.
Targeting gun range.
Orders are to fire warnings.
Mage 2, missile launch.
Yes, sir. He's an old timer. Has no clue how UAVs are used.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. But this isn't exactly a fight.
Understood. An Arsenal Bird is on its way.
Locked on!
Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
Golem 4, bandit on your ass.
Cargo 1, where's the signal?
Golem 2, missile!
Gargoyle Squadron, stand by for my order. What about the lighthouse? I mean, the harbor. They won't be able to get home. That ship isn't one of ours. Where's the signal? Gargoyle, change radio frequency.
Great job, Trigger.
Gargoyle's 1 here. We're about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed. Gargoyle, it's time. Attention, Gargoyle Squadron, Babel.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel. Babel, roger.
Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
Figured, but why weren't we informed?
The IUN can't coordinate between ranges as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report. HQ, 1 hit and scored. Rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator swim break took a threat. Nothing more. Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority.
Mother Goose 1 hit!
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harling. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
Lockdown hostile.
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond!
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take them down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining.
Missed.
Mother Goose 1, turn 180 180 degrees and exit combat airspace.
Make two.
Oh my god, Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was Ocean. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating. Friendly fire. I saw it. Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. Erusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. It's a Trigger. Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye on the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately. Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand why.
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating a former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osea didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here. My dad died flying for the Ocean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this, talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
All right, guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh. His TAC name's Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Ocean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope. You'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire. And as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay. I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Wonder how many we'll lose today.
Better than solitary.
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer. We don't expect you to down any bombers. But what we do want is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
Time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
Woohoo! My blood's boiling!
Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. Spare 8, when you land, your ass is grass. Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked. Damn, you're good. Let's make this more interesting. Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil. Here comes Harling's murderer. He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes. Always in the know, aren't you? In this war, intel is a life or death matter. Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
Yeah!
This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base. Anyone got a smoke? I'll owe you one. If any of you die, just think of it as you atoning for your crimes.
Much appreciated.
One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me? Righto.
This is Squad 1. Numbers we can handle. Proceed with us. Squad Squadron, get into formation. Concentrated to the cover. Target acquired. There's a juicy target.
Look at that. Blowing up a bunch of paper planes.
The enemy seems to think our Air Force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? Means they're that convincing.
Shit! The enemy just hit the control tower!
Hey, what's with all the shaking?
There's smoke!
Send in the fire team. Not let the enemy get closer. Are you trying to kill me?
Shall I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKenzie? Damn it! Spare Squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
Right done by now.
Gonna have to remix the odds. Want to bet which one of us gets the first kill after the starts? This is the penal unit. Counts going forward. I decide when you die. All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance to your line tune? I'll show you all how it's done. Spare 15, bandit splashed. Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later. Yeah, I'm betting that report will get dressed up real pretty. Bingo, direct hit. Radar ping. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them. Righto. A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up. Head to the next target. Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, there's more harmless murderer.
All aircraft, act at your own discretion.
Missile.
I'm gonna get the top score again. Only because kills are self-reported.
We're cut off. We can't break away. We can't. We're gone. Where the hell are we out here?
Missile.
Bye-bye.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Watch two.
Missile.
I'm hit. I'm hit.
I got all dressed up for nothing.
Missile. Missile.
Bandit acquired. Lock on.
Enemy sticking in my rear! Oh yeah, add this one to my score.
On spike. Breaking away.
Missile.
We're losing escort. Hurry up. Finish the job and let's get out. No, we're running. Let's go. Careful on the ground. Radar doesn't work as well up there.
Missile in the air! Heads up!
Missile. Missile.
Hurry it up next time.
Missile.
I'm on my target. Wingman down. I'm surrounded.
Wow, look at Trigger go. Lucky shot. Focus on destroying the target. He's too quick. At least he's decent at what he's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. Target's that slow on a challenge. Don't let it go to your head, murderer. Spear 15 was shot down. Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
We'd be done by now.
Have to rethink the odds.
Want to bet which one of us gets the first
Tell
kill
us that from the
trigger?
start. This is the
going
kino
first.
unit.
If count's going forward,
I decide
so am
when
I.
you die. All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance to your line tune? I'll show you all how it's done. Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Another miss. Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later.
Yeah, I'm betting that report will get dressed up real pretty. Sorry, but I'm gonna get the top score again. Only because kills are self-reported. A radar lock. Shoot.
Careful on the clouds. Radar doesn't work as well in there.
Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Righto.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up. Head to the next target. Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are Harling's murderer.
All right, am I back?
Your ass is mine. Die.
We're losing escorts. Hurry up. Finish the job and let's get out. No, we're in front of us, killed. We're cut off. We can't break away. We can't. Almost all of them. Where the hell are we out of here? Missile fire. Evading.
Missile. Missile.
Bandit on my tail.
Missile.
Breaking off.
Missile. Missile.
Oh yeah, add this one to my score.
I'm hit. I'm hit. Friendly lost.
Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
I'm in position. He's mine. There's our number 17 superior against both base.
Missile. Saw warning.
Focus on destroying the target.
Down. I'm surrounded.
Wow, look at Trigger go. Lucky shot. No way anyone's gonna take the top score from me. It's in my blood. Destroy the targets. You're being slow.
Hey, let him run. Begin the attack. Move!
Oh, yeah! Let's do this. Sparing, watch your mouth.
Don't mind if I do.
Thinks he's decent at what he's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. Targets that slow on a challenge. Don't let it go to your head, murderer. Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers and support. All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Jeez, now he thinks he's squadron leader.
Bandit in my sight.
Trigger, don't get shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up. You don't need to yap to pull the trigger.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Trigger again.
On fire! We're going down!
Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
Can't maintain altitude. Bailing out.
This is a pretty nice ride. Instrument service pretty good. Can't believe these things used to be scrapped. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway?
I don't know what her problem is. I think like she's royalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen.
Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy.
Missile.
Get on their ass if you want to score.
Almost out of special weaponry.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile.
That trigger got most of them. Maybe even all of them.
That was dumb luck, Tabloid.
Spare 15. Don't take all the fun away from your comrades. The targets are still active. Keep up the attack.
What the hell are you doing?
Are you? Wilco, Ben and McKinsey, please maintain silence for the moment. 3 targets remaining.
Missile. Missile.
Spare 15. What the hell are you doing? Attack!
On my enemy's tail.
Missile.
Runner ready. Call up escort.
Missile. Missile.
They got a lock. No way.
Missile. 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 Missile.
I should have put it all on Trigger.
Missile. Missile.
Breaking off.
Missile.
Allies down.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Enemy interceptors firing.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Don't mind if I do.
Missile. 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 Missile.
2 targets remaining.
Missile.
Someone make a squadron of convicts. Gotta be some kind of reason. Now the paper-mache strategy at the base seems to be doing the trick. Guess every man and his dog has an idea how to end the war. 1 bandit left. Take him down now. First come, first served.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
That tail is wide open.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Hostile aircraft destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
Fox 2. Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
Attack this.
Missile.
Miss. dinner's on me tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner. Spare 7, what happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing?
Then you win. So what, you're not done?
Just checking.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. Bank left. Lower your nose. You're too high. 1 mile to go. Heading is good. Stay on course. Right. Stand by for your next sortie.
I lost a lot of money for that, Trigger. Don't forget.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have...
Did I say you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
Mihai's granddaughters liked to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures. Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
"Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?"
People of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji. When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding Kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime. Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited. I noticed the rose emblem. She laughed like a princess, and I found out later she was indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy. This new princess was truly a godsend for the Erusian people. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. They started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers. Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data, after all. I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden, even from me.
Your mission is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roca-Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Erusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Glad you're back with us, Mobius One. Let's get to it. Free Erusian rebel forces have started making noise again. When the Circum-Pacific War ended, the world's military forces were turned on their heads. giving the rebels access to both plenty of weapons and funding. Over the past few years, they've gone from an unsophisticated terrorist group to an increasing global threat. Yuja's still rebuilding under the IUN. We cannot allow war to break out again. That's why I put in a request to have you assigned to the newly established IUN PKF. That look in your eyes tells me you haven't lost it. That's what I hoped. Free Erusia has commenced with activities all around the continent. They cannot be allowed to expand their forces. That's where you come in, Mobius 1. Let's begin the briefing. The Baden Peninsula radar site to the northwest of us here at Fort Grays has picked up a number of unidentified aircraft. They've ignored all warnings from the IUN and PKF and are making their way towards our base. As the IUN has air traffic control over all of Yuja, we're almost certain the crafts belong to the Free Erusians. You guys will scramble immediately, visually identify the aircraft, and then use your radios to order them to land. If attacked, you have permission to engage them in combat. Waste no time destroying them.
Mobius 1, sortie.
Tactical Fighter Wing, this is the Albatross Control Tower. Do you copy?
This is Omega 11. You hear you loud and clear. Over.
Mobius 1, you have permission to take off right after Omega 11. After takeoff, you'll be under command of the AWACS Sky Eye. Contact the unidentified aircraft and order them to land. Wind is 130 degrees at 18 knots. We are good for takeoff. Omega 11, you are cleared for takeoff.
Okay! Go! Go! Go!
Omega 11 is in the air. Mobius 1, stand by. Mobius 1, you are cleared for takeoff.
Keep an eye on approaching fighters. If they get close... Do we know the number of bogeys? Increasing alert. Situation report. Something's happening.
Altitude restriction lifted.
This is AWACS Sky Eye of the 118th Tactical Fighter Wing. You'll be under our command from here on out. Omega 11, follow Mobius 1. This could turn into a firefight.
I hope this guy's the real deal.
You'll find out if he is soon enough. Everyone will. picking up several unidentified aircraft. Omega 11, try contacting them via radio.
Unidentified aircraft. This is the IUN PKF. Unidentified aircraft has a radar lock on us.
Missile.
Bandits fired.
Missile.
The unidentified aircraft are confirmed hostile. Weapons free. Engage.
Missile.
Don't let them near the base.
Wilco.
Missile. Missile.
Fox 2. I'm gonna take them all.
Don't let them near the bomber.
Missile.
Omega 11, mark on bandit.
Enemy got a base. Bring it up.
Missile.
Missile incoming.
Please shoot off somebody. Breaking out of enemy lock. Picking up fast. Those 2 respond. Don't shoot. Damn it!
Bandit has a lock on you.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile. 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 Stall warning.
Omega 11, Fox 2.
Lost another friendly. They're coming around with their guns.
Omega 11, behind the enemy.
Locked on enemy. Locked on enemy. Bandit on your 6. They shouldn't have much experience either. I can't take much more of this. I'm hit!
Target destroyed. Mobius 1, locked on.
It got moved.
You're behind on target kills. Bombers confirmed destroyed.
Bones, withdraw. This is Viper 2. I've arrived and am aware of the situation.
Viper 2 and Rapier 1, assist Mobius 1. All aircraft, rejoin formation.
You're new here, so I'll fill you in. These guys are the real deal. I can't stand on time pilots. Such a character. I think you said too much. I'll be the judge of that.
We're picking up something new on radar.
We have lost all of Bone Squadron. Do we keep going? The enemy's en route. They've got an ace with them. Viper 2, can you look after yourself for a bit? I'll watch your backs too. Time these guys remembered how to fight.
Mobius 1, enemy down.
Hey, did you see the ribbon emblem? Half remaining. Mobius 1 again. Omega 11, pay attention. Stop staring at Mobius 1.
Weaponry low. Something just came up on our radar. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Viper 2, it looks like you're running out of targets. Will you be okay without me? You bandit. Not getting away this time. We have to do this, for Ruzia's sake. Find the leader. Hey, what are we here for? Just to look good? I'm fighting, evading!
Nice hit. There's an enemy unit approaching the base. Take it out.
Get off my ass!
That position isn't safe! Get out!
2. Break! Break! Bandit in my sight. Behind target. Taking one. Breaking. Watch it down. Checking field mark. Bandit evaded attack. Going in again.
3 targets remaining.
Missile.
Mobius 1.
Missile. Missile.
We got move.
Missile.
March 2.
Missile. Stall warning.
Nice hit.
Stall
Bandit has a lock on
Stall
you.
warning.
Mobius 1. Bandit on his 6.
Missile. Missile.
Mobius 1, Fox 2.
Evade!
2 targets remaining.
Now it's just us. We're being eaten. One of them is dangerous. Watch your tail. This was Bone's deadly fate.
Ammunition 0.
Special weaponry empty.
Ammunition 0.
1 target remaining. Nice hit.
Mobius 1 is in sight. I can't shake off this lock. Evading. Mobius 1 has shot down a bandit.
We're not picking up anything on radar. Mission accomplished. Good work.
Oh, Biddy. He's the real deal, all right. You know from fighting just once?
Watch all you like. There will be more battles. Until then, we rest. Return to base.
This is the Albatross control tower. AWACS Sky Eye will take it from here. You're too fast. Lower speed. Altitude high. Lower nose. 1 mile. Altitude low. Raise nose. Landing confirmed. Excellent landing. Nice job, Mobius 1. Nice work. Now go and get some rest before your next sortie.
Thanks to your efforts, the unidentified aircraft was taken down. You've helped us make it clear that it belonged to Free Aruja. I have some guys looking into the enemy's motivations. I'm afraid it's looking like things could get pretty ugly. For now, Mobius looks to have delayed the enemy's plans. We need a closer eye on the enemy's movements, and you should be ready to move out at any moment. Let's get on with the briefing. 1816 Bomber Squadron is almost here. However, we got a report of what seemed to be free Erusian aircraft approaching them. Air intercept is at the squadron's ETA. Your mission is to ensure our air superiority around the base and to protect the bombers. As of now, we cannot tell whether they're after the bombers or this base. Be ready to take on anything thrown at you. Mobius 1, sortie.
B-52 is making an emergency landing. Clear the runway. Prioritize Mobius 1.
I'm going up first.
Good. You can launch together. Mobius 1, formation takeoff. Pull up next for the Viper 2.
After you.
It'll be a sitting duck.
Secure air superiority.
Mobius 1, take off at once.
In this mess?
Because of the mess. Bomber inbound. Go around, go around.
Coming down. Watch out. We can do it.
Mobius 1, altitude restriction lifted. Excellent takeoff. We're counting on you.
Interceptors inbound. You idiots are late. This is Viper 2. Bandit acquired.
All aircraft cleared hot.
Mobius 1, good fight.
This is Sky Eye, requesting takeoff clearance.
Denied. Not clear.
Copy that, tower.
Blaze is firing. Shake him.
Mobius 1, target down. Mobius 1, you've been spiked.
Missile.
Missile. Behind.
Behind you. Check your 6.
That's aiming. Be alert. Behind you. Break.
Mobius 1, you've been spiked. Mobius 1, missile incoming.
Missile.
I'll take care of the last bandit. Damn it!
Viper 2, Fox 2. This is Viper 2. Attack missed.
What's your tail, bandit? That was for Grey Moth 2. Enemy confirmed. Mega 11. Let's get him.
Bandit locked on.
Can't see any allies.
Locked on bandit.
Some skilled intercept Vectors might be left.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Omega 11, Fox 2.
Enemy got away.
This is Sky Eye. It'll be impossible to defend the base if we can't detect the enemy. They're requesting takeoff clearance.
Copy. You are cleared for takeoff.
Copy that, Tower.
Ribbon, seen on his tail. Missile incoming.
Missile.
Mark one enemy.
Enemy on your rear.
Bandits flashed. Mobius 1 got another one.
The high bandit, going for the kill. Okay, Fox 2. This is Viper 2. Attack base.
Altitude restriction lifted.
Copy that, Tower. All enemy aircraft confirmed down. Radar detection range has expanded. Picking up enemy ground forces in area around East Substation. That substation powers the base. Defend the substation immediately.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Missile.
Unsheltered high.
Missile.
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 Enemy locked on. Shake them off.
Missile.
Mobius 1, locked on.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy tank destroyed.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Keep attacking their ground.
All we need to do is slow them down.
Mobius 1, target destroyed.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Bandit locked on.
Missile.
The substation was hit and the control building was damaged.
Missile.
Have the substation check status.
Missile.
Half of the units taken out.
That's the slum of our plane.
Missile.
Missile closing. Evade.
Missile.
Evade.
Mobius 1, Fox 2.
How did they manage to bear down our numbers so fast? Command, situation is bad.
Missile.
We sustained damage. Half of the battery containers are out. They can have them. As long as the transformers work, we're fine.
Warn the assault force and hurry up and get that anti-aircraft gun working.
Anti-ship missile fired. Enemies after the substation have been destroyed.
Start the safety check. Make sure you're extra careful when you turn the electricity back on. Those guys are putting their lives at risk protecting us. Let's get this place back online.
Wait, what's this? All aircraft, the base is under attack from enemy ground units. Return immediately. It seems this was the enemy's objective all along. Watch your special weaponry ammo. Vehicle down.
They're coming from above. Stay alert.
Mobius 1, missile fired.
I can hear aircraft. They must have found our position. Prepare the AA!
Mobius 1, target destroyed.
Ammunition 0.
Something appeared on radar.
Ammunition
Enemy
0.
reinforcements are approaching the base. Take them down.
All aircraft, prioritize air superiority. We can beat them. Don't let them damage more. If we lose the base, it's all over.
Machine gun range.
They're really forcing us. We can't take much more of this.
Missile.
No, it's not resistance from the base. The enemy sent one of their best pilots.
This is Viper 2. I've been spiked.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Locked.
Taking heavy damage. We need help.
Missile.
Enemy escaping. I'm on it.
Fox 2.
The defense is on the ropes.
Enemy missile proceeding.
Viper 2, heading for the cloud.
Caution.
Damn it, you got away.
Don't stop!
Missile.
Keep running!
Missile.
Fox 2!
Missile.
Bandit in my sights.
Missile.
Missile closing, get out.
Missile. Missile.
Mobius 1, missile fired.
Missile.
Mobius 1, the enemy launched a missile.
Missile. Missile.
All enemy helicopters down.
Missile.
Target destroyed.
We're taking fire! This thing's gonna blow! Get out of here! Captain, we're taking heavy fire. Should we continue our assault? Yes. If we take that base, victory will be ours.
Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile.
Omega 11, attack mid.
Mobius 1 destroyed another bandit. Nice work.
3 to go.
Missile.
Yeah, one pilot.
Missile.
We're getting beaten by one guy.
Missile.
Attack
Missile.
failed. Breaking!
Missile.
Lost too many allies.
We need reinforcements now!
Viper 2 to base.
Missile.
Respond.
Viper 2, focus on air support.
Roger that.
Missile.
Mark ally for the IR beacon.
Guys below are getting killed.
1 bandit remaining.
Not about to let Mobius 1 have over for now.
Omega 11, Fox 2.
The only aircraft in the vicinity are allies. Air superiority secured. Destroy our enemies. Our defense force is fading.
All units, I need a damage report.
Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
Mobius 1 marked on enemy.
The invasion force broke to the final defense line. We're out of options. Shit, the enemy just hit the control tower. We're surrendering. All in-flight aircraft head back to the nearest Allied base.
Wait, what's this? All aircraft, the base is under attack from enemy ground units. Return immediately.
Caution. Pull up.
It seems this was the enemy's objective all along.
This is Viper 2, locked on bandit.
Missile.
I can hear aircraft. They must have found our position. Prepare the AA!
Mobius 1, you've been spiked.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile.
Aircraft overhead!
Missile.
Chaff and flares deployed.
Missile.
Mobius 1, target destroyed. Something appeared on radar. Enemy reinforcements are approaching the base. Take them down.
All aircraft, prioritize air superiority. We can beat them. Don't let them damage more.
Missile.
If we lose the base, it's all over.
Missile.
Mobius 1, the enemy fired a missile.
Enemy escaping. I'm on it.
Missile.
They're really hammering us.
Missile.
We can't take much more of this.
Missile.
No, it's not resistance from the base. The enemy sent one of their best pilots.
Missile.
Destroyed.
Missile incoming.
Missile. Missile.
All enemy helicopters down.
Missile.
Mobius 1, missile incoming. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile.
Missile launched.
Missile. Missile.
The defense is on the ropes.
Missile.
Don't stop. Keep running.
Missile.
Omega 11, attack mid.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy behind you.
Missile.
Got the enemy in my sight.
Missile.
Mobius 1,
Missile.
bandit on your tail.
Missile.
Bandit evaded attack.
Caution.
Going in again.
This is Viper 2, locked on
Missile.
bandit.
Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
Heavy fire. Fall back.
This is Viper 2, heading for the cloud.
Missile.
Captain, we're taking heavy fire. Should we continue our assault?
Missile.
Yes. If we take that base,
Missile.
victory will be ours.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy escaping. I'm on it.
Caution.
First shell hit! Load the next one!
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
Target down.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Dodge that missile!
Missile.
Bandit in my sight.
Missile
Missile.
launched.
Missile. Missile.
Stay strong.
Missile.
Still win if we take their base.
Missile. 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 Missile.
We need reinforcements now!
Viper 2 to base. Respond.
Viper 2, focus on air support.
Roger that.
Missile. Missile.
There are no more enemy ground units. Shoot down all bandits that haven't withdrawn.
Missile.
Mobius 1, you can fight.
Missile. Missile.
Mobius 1 destroyed another bandit. Nice work.
3 to go.
Yeah, one pilot. We're getting beaten by one guy.
Destroy our enemies. Our defense force is fading.
Guys below are getting killed.
Missile.
Mobius 1, you can fight.
Chaff and flare supply at 0.
Get out of there! The invasion force broke through the final defense line. We're out of options. Shit! The enemy just hit the control tower. We're surrendering. All in-flight aircraft head back to the nearest Allied base.
Wait, what's this? All aircraft, the base is under attack from enemy ground units. Return immediately. It seems this was the enemy's objective all along.
This is Viper 2, locked on bandit.
Missile.
Mobius 1, missile incoming.
Missile. Missile.
I can hear aircraft. They must have found our position. Prepare the AA! Enemy aircraft.
Something appeared on radar. Enemy reinforcements are approaching the base. Take them down.
All aircraft, prioritize air superiority. We can beat them. Don't let them damage more. If we lose the base, it's all over.
Missile.
They're really hammering us.
Missile.
We can't take much more of this.
Missile.
Enemy escaping. No, it's not resistance from the base. The enemy sent one of their best pilots.
Missile.
Omega 11, Fox 2.
Don't stop! Keep running!
Bandit acquired. Locked on.
Captain, we're taking heavy fire. Should we continue our assault?
Missile.
Yes. If we take that base, victory will be ours.
Target acquired.
Missile.
All enemy helicopters down.
Fox 2. Fox 2.
Bandit behind you.
The defense is on the ropes.
Stall warning.
Mobius 1 destroyed another bandit. Nice work.
3 to go.
Missile.
Yeah, one pilot. We're getting beaten by one guy.
Missile.
Behind bandit. Going for the kill.
Missile.
We're getting killed.
Mobius 1, you can fight.
Missile.
One bandit remaining.
Missile.
Not about to let Mobius 1 have a target.
Missile.
Target acquired.
Defensive missile.
Anti-ship missile fired.
Missile.
Pursuing into the clouds.
Missile.
Don't drop your wingman support.
Watch your chaff and flare supply.
Keep pushing forward. Fox 2.
Omega 11, attack missed.
Stall warning.
Power to the base cut.
Watch your special weaponry ammo.
Missile.
There are no more enemy ground units. Shoot down all bandits that haven't withdrawn.
Radar spike. Taking it.
We need reinforcements now!
Viper 2 to base. Respond.
Viper 2, focus on air support.
Roger that.
Yeah! All right.
The enemies attacking the base were completely eliminated.
Well, we had an amazing pilot, too. Victory is ours! Let's see him try that again! Sky Eye, thanks for the air support. Tell the interceptor unit that we appreciate their work.
Understood. But the guy who got us into the sky is the real MVP behind this victory.
Clear the runway debris. We can't have our base defenders crashing on landing. Mobius 1, I'll provide your landing guidance. Clearing of the runway is complete, but keep an eye out for debris. 1 mile to the runway. Reduce your speed. You are right on course. Maintain current heading. Landing confirmed. That's a perfect landing, Mobius 1. Thanks for the excellent work. Rest up until the next mission.
Impressive, Mobius 1. The other pilots will follow your example.
Major operation, both in the air and on the ground, is not something Freya Rouge could manage in previous battles. But our base held in the face of danger. We will make this the turning point of the war. In other words, we're gonna make them regret they couldn't finish us off here and now. Dismissed. Got intel on their plans to transport a WMD. Enemy transport is currently flying above the Waiapolo Mountains. HQ's orders are to capture it. If we can get war crime evidence, we could suppress Freya Rouge's activities. At the beginning of the mission, we will approach the transport while attempting radio contact. We will force their landing. Our objective is to capture the plane, but we can shoot it down if the situation goes south. Keep that in mind. Mobius 1, sortie.
All aircraft, maintain formation. Rapier 5, block the transport and demand that they follow orders.
Be careful, Rapier 5.
Don't worry, Mobius 1 is with us.
You're the only one who can protect yourself.
Mission objective sighted.
Continue approach.
Do you think they'll just accept our orders? Impossible. Sky Eye, this is Rapier 5. No one's in the cockpit.
It's unmanned?
Missile alert! In the clouds!
Missile.
I can't! Lots of bandits! Was the decoy?
Missile.
Mission change.
Missile.
Take down all enemy bandits.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Evade! Enemy is aloft.
Missile.
Bandit locked on.
Missile.
Calling for help!
Missile.
Locked on enemy. You okay, Mobius 1? Sector 6.
Missile.
Missile on its way.
Missile.
Jacob! We lost an ally!
Railgun fired.
We'll have to do this alone. I can't break this bastard's mind!
They've got eyes everywhere. Watch your six.
Missile in the air! Stretch your pace, the rocks below. Running low on allies.
Missile.
Behind you.
Missile.
Break it. Missile incoming.
Watch your chaff and flare supply.
This raid will be destroyed. Escaping mud. Breaking.
Locked on enemy. Target undamaged.
Behind you. Break.
Mobius 1, bandit behind you. Half of the ambushing bandits down.
The enemy squadron's behavior changed.
I've got this.
Follow Mobius 1. Breaking.
Missile.
Missile on its way.
Missile.
Let's see how they like
Missile.
this. Bandit on your six.
Missile.
That pilot is first
Star
class.
warning.
Enemy is
Star
fled.
warning.
Mobius 1, you can
Missile.
fight.
Missile. Missile.
Lifeline where eyes closed. One radar lock. Not taking damage. Let's back off when they can't see us. Missile incoming.
Missile inbound.
We've got this.
Missile.
Missile fired.
Missile.
Breaking line. We've still got them outnumbered. Break! Break now! Where's your five? Watch out!
Wait, where did they come from?
Missile incoming!
Railgun fired.
Missile.
Mark 2!
Missile.
Missile closing! Evade! Evade!
Mobius 1 is down.
Breaking lock. I've got this. Attack. Break! Break now! Where's your five? Watch out!
Where did they come from?
Missile incoming! Bandit has a lock on you.
Missile.
Bandit on your six.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Lock 2.
Missile.
We've still got them outnumbered.
Missile.
Okay.
Missile.
We've lost Rapier 5.
Missile.
Come on!
Enemies on radar, a lot of them. Mobius 1, down.
I've got this. Attack!
Mark on enemy. Break now!
Where's your box? Watch out!
What? Where did they come from?
Missile incoming!
We've still got them outnumbered.
Missile.
Dodge that missile!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
We've lost Rapier 5.
Missile.
Come on! Where's the enemy?
Missile.
Enemies on radar, a lot of them.
One of those pilots is different.
Okay, I'm behind the enemy. He's going down. Viper 2, Fox 2.
Enemy on your 6. Enemy on your 6. Can't shake him. Wondered the guy that was shot down was the Gold Coast. I heard someone's recruited, they only make it look like the plane's been shot down. Just rumors. Don't take them seriously. Mobius 1 just took one down. Nice kill. We can't crush them. Let's buy time for our allies to arrive.
Mobius 1, you've been spiked.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Watch your traffic flare supply.
Enemy behind you. Stay sharp.
Viper 2, locked on bandit.
It's the ribbon fighter. Enemy escaping. I'm on it. Incoming.
Missile did not connect.
On the bandit 6, he's fine.
I can't take off this lock. They turned the tables on us. Looks like we might have underestimated that.
3 targets remaining.
It's the ribbon fighter. The one from the Continental War. I don't think he made it out. Did anybody hear what he said at the end? No. I think he was trying to tell us something.
Missile.
Bandit locked on.
Missile. Missile.
2 targets left.
This is Viper 2, locked on bandit.
Missile.
Mobius 1, missile incoming.
Bandit sighted. Enemy advantage. Warning, bandit on your 6.
Viper 2, Fox 2.
Can't shake him. Evade.
Damn it, he got away. Behind bandit, going for the kill.
1 target left. Finish him off.
Stall warning.
Escaping lock. Breaking.
Missile launched.
Evade that missile.
Viper 2, Fox 2.
Warning, bandit on your 6.
Missed.
Flanker has been destroyed. Bandit is down. We're not picking up any more on radar.
That guy's the real deal.
Nice work. Warning, spotted a glimmer above.
Keep an eye out for threats.
Nothing's on radar.
Stay sharp. Viper has good eyes.
I can't see.
Mobius 1, above. Spotted. 4 fighters in formation.
Missile. Missile.
Stealth.
Ammunition 0.
You're cleared hot.
Bandit quiet. Locked on.
Engage the attack.
Mobius 1, bandit locked on.
Enemy behind you. Hostiles got a lock. Breaking.
Mobius 1, you've been spiked. They got me!
Missile.
We've lost Halo 2.
Ghost leader, ribbon fighter confirmed. We need to get the ribbon fighter.
Missile.
Every tail is painted black.
Stall
If that's
warning.
true, those enemies might be the Ghost Squadron. It's the Free Erusea forces from the report.
Missile.
I heard they took out a lot of our allies in a cleanup operation.
Let's take it to them.
Ammunition zeros.
It's tough getting stealth fighters to show on radar. If they get behind you, it can be impossible for radar to pick them up. We're in trouble if we lose them.
Missile. Missile.
Target destroyed.
Missile.
Even ghosts go down if you blast them.
Missile. Missile.
Omega 11, assist bonus 1.
Trying. I just can't keep up with them.
Don't rely on your radar. You need to track them visually.
Locked.
Missile.
Bandit locked on.
Missile.
Stealth fighter splashed. 2 left.
Missile.
What's the damage?
They can't spot us then.
Stall warning.
Fox 2. Fox 2. Omega 11, locked on Bandit.
You're the better pilot by far. Main comm, close the distance with them.
Omega 11, attack missed.
Missile.
Fox 2. They touched the attack.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Mobius 1, you've been spiked.
Locked on.
Bandit acquired. Locked on. Viper 2. Fox 2.
Concentrate. Use your eyes to find them.
Viper 2. Behind Bandit.
Stand up, flag him. Enemy 6. Enemy 6. Enemy locked.
Got away. Mobius 1, you've been spiked.
Missile.
Attack Fox 2.
Missile.
These snowy mountains are bright. Don't let them get to you. It's not like they're invisible. We can visually track them.
Missile.
Watch their aircraft and vapors. Enemy lock.
Omega 11, Fox 2.
Focus on the target.
Target destruction confirmed. Don't lose sight of the last one.
I can do this. I can't withdraw. Just battles
Ammunition zero.
They turn this way. They still want to
Stall
fight.
warning. Stall warning.
Not good. The enemy can take full advantage of that stealth tech.
It's not on radar. Point your eyes out of the canopy.
Fox 2. Fox 2.
All enemy stealth fighters confirmed destroyed. Great job, Mobius 1.
Is it over? I don't know. They might come back, but we can handle them.
Well done. All units, return to base.
Mobius 1. I can't stand old-timer pilots. Every last old-timer brags about flying with heroes. But I know you. And you're different from the other heroes. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the real Mobius 1.
Rouge's plan was a fake. The fact that we took minimal damage and struck a serious blow to their stealth power is a testament to the Mobius Squadron's skills. But if this was a diversion, what was their true objective? The war with Free Arusia may have entered a new phase. Be on standby.
Mobius 1? You must really like flying to watch us train on a day off. Well, I guess you're different from the other guys. Since you're here, why don't you call the aerial maneuvers? Omega Squadron, you heard that?
Omega 2, roger.
Omega 3, roger that.
Omega 4, roger.
Alright, the air show is starting. Commence touch and go. This exercise has the plane landing and taking off without stopping.
Omega 2, roger that.
Omega 3, roger.
Omega 4, roger that.
Commence aileron roll. This maneuver starts from level flight, and the plane will fly pure aileron 360 degrees to the left or right. Commence Chandelle. This maneuver has the plane bank at 45 degrees from level into an oblique climbing loop. Commence slice back. This maneuver has the plane bank at negative 45 degrees from level into an oblique descending loop. Commence single man turn. This maneuver has the plane continually pitching directly upward, allowing it to swiftly turn 180 degrees.
Omega 2, roger that.
Commence scissors. This maneuver has the plane turn sharply, then meander, forcing an enemy in front. It's effective for switching to offense.
Omega 2, roger that.
Omega 3, roger.
Commence rolling scissors. This is a maneuver that combines barrel rolls with the scissors while descending or ascending. Commence hammerhead. This is a maneuver where the plane does a vertical descent and, after coming to a standstill, turns to the side. Its name comes from how it resembles a hammer being swung. Commence Cuban 8. This maneuver forms a figure 8. Reminds me of something.
pushing upward to an elevation angle of around 90 degrees, then returning to level.
Commence hook.
It's easier if I called it a Cobra in level turning flight.